let's do an experiment together. Let's see how it goes. I'll take that old video out and I'm going to switch to a second camera. There we go. Let's get this camera full screen. All right, that should look nice and full screen. And let's clear a little bit of space and let's do this experiment together. And with any luck, it'll work really smoothly. Live science, you never know. Sometimes it works really well, sometimes not. So for this experiment, a few things. You need some paper. So preferably like computer paper. So construction paper is a little heavy. You want just computer paper for this. You want a pen. You want some scissors. Skewer, like a bamboo stick, like this one here. It's kind of sharp at one end. Some plasticine, a little ball of Play-Doh or plasticine. What else? A candle. So I've got just a little tea light here, nice and easy. And then something like a lighter or a barbecue lighter, matches, whatever, something so you have a little bit, you can make a little flame to light your candle. So let's get going. I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to draw a spiral on this sheet of paper. Let's mess around with that a little bit. So I'll start in the middle and I'm going to build my way out. I'm going to make it pretty thick. And it's up to you how big you go. You'll see why you don't want to go too big. If you go too big, you're going to run into a problem. And we'll talk about that problem if we get there. And then just kind of end your spiral, go right in to that last spot. So I've got my spiral. I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to quickly cut out this spiral. So first I'll go around the whole thing. So there we go. I've gone around. Get my paper out of the way. And then I'm going to carefully cut out my spiral. So I'm just going to follow this path that I made all the way till I get to the middle. I may have made mine a bit too big. I might need to, excuse me, cut it a little bit, but that's okay. We'll talk about why it can't be too big. I think you'll be able to figure it out pretty quickly why it can't be too big. So take my plasticine. That looks like a good spot. Make sure we can see it on camera. Put it right there. And then I'm going to take my bamboo skewer and I'm going to put it right there like that. Maybe change my camera angle just a little bit so I can see the top. There we go. And then I'm going to take my spiral. You'll see it kind of hangs down like this. I'm not going to poke a hole in the middle, but I am going to kind of just bend it over the top a little bit, just so it sits a little bit there. So it's sitting on top. I didn't poke a hole in it. It's just sitting on top. I'm now going to take my candle and I'm going to place it next to there. And then I'm going to take my lighter and light the candle. So I think you can probably guess why you don't want your spiral to be too big. If your spiral's too big, it'll catch on fire. So make sure your spiral is not so big. There we go. All right, so I've lit the candle and now my spiral paper is turning. Very cool. You can also, if you want, I've got a second one here. You can also do the same thing, but put it on string instead, like this, and you can hold it over top of the flame, your candle. So that'll work too. I like the bamboo skewer. It's pretty cool. You can see I made mine slightly too long. It's almost reaching the candle, but we can blow the candle out now because I think we've seen pretty well how this works. So there we go. That is our experiment for this week. All the tools are here. If you need to go back in time and watch this, we will have it in a playlist on the website for you shortly. But that is our experiment with our spiral paper, with our candle, and then we had our spiral start to spin. So I would like to see, let me switch camera views here. There we go. So we would like to see you try this experiment. Maybe you're going to try it at home. Maybe you're going to try it in the classroom. I will share the link here. If you try it, if you take some photos, send them to classroom@darwin200.com. Oops, that's the link to the website. That's important too. You can check out the map and other things at darwin200.com. But we want you to send some pictures trying this experiment to classroom@darwin200.com. And then next week, we'll tell you what happened and why it happened. But we'd like to hear what you think. How come this spiral began to spin when we lit the candle beneath it? We want to hear what you're thinking about this experiment, why you think we had the results that we had. So send in some pictures. If you have a video clip, that's cool too. But please, please, please make sure you do this experiment with a parent, a guardian, or if you're doing the classroom with supervision from your teacher.